to our campership program. They contributed that last year, and I think it's wonderful that they did again this year, so I'll be sure to send them out. I know you send out thank you notes, but I'm gonna send them a thank you note as well.
Do you want me to do so as well, or do you
No,
want
I'm happy to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I think what we need to do is create a line for the campership, because what happens is this goes into our general fund.
Mm-hmm.
And so we can never see the balance of that account. So we have a line for the campership program, but it just says what we spent. It doesn't say what we, either taken in for donations or anything like that. So I think that that's something we probably should create at least. You guys feel about that? Just need a consensus, really.
Yeah, I think
agree with you.
just so we can track.
There should be some matching between
Right.
income and outflows.
Yeah. That way we know what we have for a balance when we start the next year, because that should build up a surplus, and we don't want that to be mixed probably with the general fund that could be diminished
Makes sense.
to do. You gotta do it nice and big. Okay. Neil, so we have, this isn't correspondence, it's something I picked up, auction. Town forest and conservation land assessment. So we have, I believe it's in December that the county forester will come in.
Oh, because last meeting we thought he was coming today.
Yeah,
He's
So,
not
no.
making it.
no, these guys are tough.
Okay,
So, can you,
So we have an RFP to do a harvest up at Prairie Hill Forest, and we have to put the RFP together correctly and get some recommendations. It's also good to get some recommendations from the county forester on a management plan. And we might be able to seek some funds to do such, but he'll give us the guidance on that, how we can go about that.
do you know when it's gonna happen, and can any of us?
Well,
The company,
it's as soon as I get a final confirmation on a date he'll be here, then I'll let everybody know so that everybody's here.
Yeah, I think, if I'm around, I'd love the opportunity to walk with them and just glean information.
Other than that, I think everything was good. The bench is down at Union Meadows.
Yeah,
It's pretty
looks
nice
good.
down there.
Yeah,
that's great.
well done.
And then, yeah, it was a great project. Adult Conservation Area Program applications, we have none at the moment. Permit application reviews, we have none at the moment. No electric, no digital copies, no, nothing. Review financials and donations, I have the financials here. Michelle is out, but I was still able to squeak it in. And we got a donation from the Episcopal Church, so that's great. I basically put a kid through, huh?
One kid, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to get the one so I can,
Alright.
you obviously didn't get my text today, huh?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Okay. Kids have really given me their
Yeah, I didn't get it. What are they doing?
flu or whatever it is, so I wasn't gonna come, but
Oh,
I thought after reviewing everything from last week, it's like, we have this person showing up, this person showing up, this person showing up. I thought I should show up, but,
I appreciate it. I got an ear infection as well, so
Yeah.
we're both here.
alright, I don't know when this is now.
Let's see. Mine's from working in the wind the other day, like I was in there nonstop.
Can never be too
Yeah, I don't think
cautious.
it's infected, it just
I
hurts.
think you'll be fine.
Yeah. Alternate member applications, we have none, but we definitely need some alternate members. We haven't seen Rob in a while, I'm not sure what's going on there, haven't heard anything, and our number of alternates is kinda down. We have some alternates signed up that don't come, but they are alternates, but we need some more alternates for sure.
What about the other gentleman?
Alan,
Yeah,
he's just, I think he's in Farmington and couldn't make it.
okay. I mean, maybe there's an opportunity, somebody could reach out to Rob and just put a solicitation on the Facebook page saying,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll reach out to him today and see what's going on.
okay.
All right, and then secretary applications if quorum present. Now, I was trying to get the other applicants in here for tonight, but it seems like we'll probably be able to get them in here for next meeting. So the next meeting will be a long one.
How many applicants are there?
There's 2 other applicants.
Okay.
So we saw one.
You saw one, I just got another one today.
Okay,
Yep, it was just today.
Is there a cutoff by when?
Not really. I mean, if you wanted to create one, we could.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think at some point it's worthwhile because, I mean,
I think it's until filled. I
Yeah.
think that's what it says. I think it says it until filled.
no, but it just, if the intent is next meeting to try to converse with them and try to make a decision, we should, I already looked at that. We should have a cutoff so that, I would think,
Well, we have to fill the position.
yeah, but
You
hopefully,
mean on applicants?
yeah, hopefully the intention is to fill the position
Yeah.
at the next meeting, right? Is that the intention?
well, we don't get to fill it, all we do is recommend to the selectmen,
Okay.
they are the ones that have to hire this person.
So
or this person.
We're just advising them, basically. We're recommending somebody, and then they're gonna approve them or not approve them.
Well, I guess if the intent is to make a recommendation at the next meeting, if the intent is coming out of the next meeting to have a recommendation, then presumably thereafter, we're not gonna entertain more applicants, because then it just sort of keeps going and going, right?
Yeah, if we were to approve an applicant and we forward that on to, the selectmen, then yeah, we probably wouldn't take any applications at that time. If they rejected that, then we'd have to continue to take applications.
Okay.
So we'll review that on the 24th.
Yes. It's Thanksgiving week, isn't
I
it?
know,
Yeah,
it's,
I won't be here that.
oh my
Yeah, so we
gosh.
can reschedule that meeting to December. I mean, if there's no applications to review, it's not public comment, sorry. In a minute here. Oh, wait.
It's next.
Well, hold on, you're coming up.
Yeah,
First was,
So the first meeting in December would be December 8th.
I mean, if we don't have anything pressing, I would suggest that we probably just make that our next meeting date. And that would give us time to make sure we have everybody in here.
okay.
And also that we all have everything, all the
Everything we
minutes,
need,
all
yeah.
the applications in front of us,
It'll give us time to clean up before the end of the year.
right?
Okay, so let's make an effort to do that,
Okay.
to have all that stuff.
So you'll let us know on the 24th?
Yes, before then, if we have any kind of expedited permit that comes in. That's the only reason we wouldn't, which nobody's doing work right now anyway, so I can't see that happening. I mean, we'll probably have snow by then.
Don't say that.
Well, that's good for me. All right, so we have received an application and it was from Mr. Fogg. If you'd like to come up, I guess if you'd like to interview Mr. Fogg now, because I thought we had, but I guess we didn't. We can have an official one right now.
If I recall correctly, there was a question whether it should be done in non-public, and I was asking for it to be a public interview.
Okay,
Well, okay. So I will continue to offer, and hopefully somebody else.
hold on a second before we start.
Sure.
So we have Mr. Fogg with us tonight. Nothing is binding that we discuss here tonight. And I just wanted to make that clear. And this is for an official interview and you'd like to have it, you have the option to have it non-public or public,
I would always choose public.
okay?
So,
Just,
Well, hold on a
is
second.
there a time, like, is this the 3 minute, or is this, I just
We
wanna make
can
sure.
give it a 5 minute. Does 5 minutes sound, well,
I just wanna make sure so we all know, so.
Right. And-
how's 10 minutes sound? 10 minutes?
you don't need that one.
We're going pretty quick, so. it's
Okay.
fine.
So we'll give it 10 minutes for this. And so you applied for the secretary job?
I did.
All right. And so we'll ask some questions because it's an interview.
Perfect.
And then you can have a chance to answer those questions. That sound good?
Well, if you ask me a question, give me a chance to answer it before you ask the second
Yeah,
question.
sure.
Okay.
Please.
So I'll start with pretty much the basic interview questions.
Okay.
Have you ever applied or worked for the town before?
I have,
You have?
numerous times.
What positions?
Well, I've acted as recording secretary for the Conservation Commission in the past.
You were, hold on, you were paid to be a recording secretary?
I did not accept any pay for that.
So
I felt it-
voluntarily?
Yeah, well, actually, when I think about it, in a large way, I did get paid and turned around and, forwarded that money to the campership program. I thought that was appropriate because at the point in time, there was the question about how much money should go to the conservation campership program. And, as recording secretary, I didn't, feel as though, that my pay was more important than having the campership program be funded. So it was a conscious decision of taking the money and diverting it towards the campership program.
But you were hired to be the recording secretary?
No, I was, I don't know how to go, Rick, it was pretty much,
Your chair?
yeah, well, I was acting chair, hadn't been really properly nominated or voted in as chair, so I was acting chair at that point in time, and I was acting secretary. And most of the minutes, I can't think of any minutes that weren't approved, and weren't part of the record, public record.
So the board had approved to pay you for being the secretary?
I think I expressed my intent from the onset. If I remember correctly, please help me out if,
I don't remember that.
Okay.
I don't remember that.
so there was, I think it was like a $1,600 line or something like that, at the end of the year, it went towards the camper,
So you volunteered as a secretary instead of hiring one, so you
Yes.
could divert the money into the campership program?
there were no applicants. So, there was nobody else to do it. And I think, it didn't hurt to do it, I guess if it was a huge task, I basically kept the, motions, the seconds, and the outcome of the vote, and it was always, shrunk right down, to the basic needs of the minutes.
What other paid positions hired by the town were you involved in?
I've been an assessor, $600 a year stipend for that. Up until a couple of years ago, the budget committee decided to cut the board of assessors stipends. At the same time, they decided to deplete the funding of the campership program, which, in some observations that might seem a little odd, but it's just the way it went, it's history.
So was the assessor position an elected position or
It was.
a hired position?
It was elected,
It was elected?
yeah,
Any other positions that you might have,
held as, no, I've sat on the budget committee, I've been elected to the school board a number of times, got paid for that a number of times.
I'm sorry.
Why do you wanna do this?
To help, I don't, so, I wanna be clear, I don't, if I can help, I'm willing to help. I don't need to be here to be a problem. I feel as though, this position could easily be filled, and the job could be easily done. I don't think it's a huge task, certainly not, it's certainly, nothing that I would ask for huge money, I think my intent, honestly, would be if there was any pay, let it accumulate, as I was getting paid, and then turn around and try to make another donation at the end of the year. That would, just so, above table.
Have you been a recording secretary, any other?
I used to
Place?
record, a lot of stuff for the Cable Advisory Board back in 2010, 2011, 2012.
Is that a town?
It was an appointed position, when we had a Cable Advisory Board. predecessor to our Clearview Community TV.
So your affiliations with the town have been elected.
And appointed, you know, as
And
a
appointed.
conservation commission.
But never an employee of the town.
Um,
Technically, none of these positions so far have been an employee of the town.
well, I guess not, but I've had, the town has taken, taxes out of my stipends, you know, because they've said that I'm an employee.
It's a,
I would
It's a stipend,
argue
though,
that,
right?
you know, I would argue it's a simple fee.
Yeah.
And the IRS rules and the laws allow simple fees not to be taxed, but, you know, there was a point in time where we had a town administrator who saw it right to pay out the whole fee simple. And then subsequently, there were town administrators who were determined to take the taxes and apply it towards, withholding tax.
so you've been on the Conservation Commission, you were the chair for how many years?
I don't think I've ever really been the chair. I think it was always acting chair. I always wanted to nominate others, you know, and embrace others to be the chair, because I never really felt, as though I was the best leader on the Conservation Commission. I figured there were other folks that could do the job better than I.
And what was the reason you left the Conservation Commission?
Well, we had a unanimous nomination of the members that were at a meeting and forwarded that nomination, that recommendation to the selectmen, and they chose not to appoint.
What was the problem?
Politics, I think, but I don't know that for sure. I mean, I can only imagine, you know, and I won't let my imagination run away with me. I was no longer needed. I think what I heard one selectman say was, they've heard enough.
So, based on that, those are the people that have to hire you,
Sure.
right?
Although that same selectman in public said, you know, it's up to the Conservation Commission to hire their secretary. But I see the process as you nominate or recommend, and then the selectmen make the final decision. So, I mean, this may be futile, you know, I mean, I could get a unanimous recommendation, you know, at the next meeting after the others have been interviewed. It could go to the selectmen and be poo-pooed anyway. So that's, you know, I mean, I really don't wanna waste anybody's time.
What would change
What would change as
if
far as,
if you were like,
I'd have to be quiet and record the minutes instead of having an active, instead of having an active part of the discussion, I would have to be all ears, no lips, and do my job.
you think that's something you can do?
I've learned to do that pretty well.
You seen the pay?
Have I seen the pay?
Yeah.
I think I had somewhere around $16 an hour, which again, I'm not doing it for the pay. I mean, I'm doing it because you need a recording secretary. I've had experience, you know, I'm learning as I watch the meetings at home, you know, I'm learning about the new approach the state has taken on permitting and stuff like that. It's new, but I can't say that it's right or wrong because I'm not really asking the state for information. I'm using my ears as my guide.
Would you be able to do the work remotely from your home? Is that something you could do?
If I had to, but I find it more useful to be on scene. That way, if there's a question or something that was stated and not understood by the recording secretary, that there's a moment to clarify, and that's the time and place to clarify. You know, instead of further down the road, you know, trying to figure out whether or not the member meant to say shall or may or might, you know, the clarification, the sooner it's done, the better it is for everybody sitting at the table, in my opinion. So I would be an attendee of the meetings. I wouldn't want, you know, I mean, I guess if I was told to stay home, I could do that too. But I just find it's it's easier to be here at the same time the meeting's going on.
Any other questions?
No, this has been super helpful, I guess, and this is not a question for you, Ralph, but I guess for us, we should just try to figure out like what's the criteria we're trying to make a decision based upon, like, if we, what's the criteria we're gonna compare Ralph to the other applicants, so it would just be
I think
helpful.
that's a discussion.
Yeah, it's a discussion for us, it's
For
not,
us,
not for Ralph,
right.
yeah. But I do appreciate your candor.
What I would encourage the commission to do is each applicant, give them as much time, that 10 minutes or whatever it is, and try to stay to the same questions, that's always the fair approach, going through numerous RFPs and stuff like that in the past. It's always best, I think, for your consciences and the process itself is to make sure everybody gets the same opportunities and everybody hears the same questions.
I appreciate that input, as we would do. That's what worries me though, is that we hire you as a secretary, and it's hard for you to not inject yourself. I think it is. I think it's very difficult for you to be able to not inject yourself into the meeting.
Well,
Or what would
But
you?
that's not a discussion we should be having
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Well, it's an.
I don't mind the discussion, really. I think that I've learned, like I said, I've learned the difference between a commission or a board member and a recording secretary. Somebody has to be ears and hands. And, I would certainly, if somebody asked me a question, I would be able to answer most questions, I think, based on some experience. But I wouldn't want to be interjecting, my experience if it wasn't asked for. I think it's important that you run the meeting as you normally would, and somebody making a recording of the whatever transpires, makes an accurate recording. I don't even need to say, how does it look? As long as you get it within that 5 days and you have an opportunity to review it, discuss it at your meetings as you would. I can be as mute as I need to be.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to apply and come in for the interview.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
thanks, Ralph. Appreciate it.
and I know you have a lot of knowledge in it, so we'll take that into consideration.
It's, I would be happy, so you wanna protect or defend people's liberty and justice for all. I would be happy to serve in that capacity. And I would appreciate the opportunity. Thanks.
Thanks, Ralph.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Thanks, Ralph.
Thank you.
Take care. Josh, just a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So have we received actual formal applications? Because I'm looking at an email.
You got the one that I sent out.
Well, is that, so I see one for October 22nd.
Mm-hmm. And then Ralph had sent one quite some time ago.
Right, but we never saw that one.
So hold on, the email you sent on October 22nd, it references that Dino forwarded you a cover letter and a resume,
Mhm.
but it's not included in the email.
What's included in the email are just 2 examples of her minutes.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was a resume on
No.
that one.
so
I do have a resume. I thought that.
oh yeah, so I guess for the next meeting, perhaps, just so we have whatever application materials or cover letters, just so we, again, can try to do an apples to apples. So,
I will find Ralph's and I will make sure that hers is there because it is, I did see it.
And you have a new one?
Yes, and more.
okay, cool. Sorry to dump
No,
all this admin on you.
This is important. Tonight. Okay.
Was there public comment?
Public comment. Is there any public comment? Any public comment on TV? Doesn't look like it. No? Guess we have nothing. Sure, what do you have, Ralph?
I was just being silent.
Oh, Well, no, you weren't, you couldn't keep your hand down, you see? ADHD kid. Alright, moving on. Any other new business? Okay. Facebook page, everything looks good on there, I guess we'll have to figure that out if, we'll find out what's going on there. Grants,
Have you heard from Rob though, to know why he hasn't been at the meetings?
I have not.
No? Okay.
no emails or texts. So I'll reach
Got
out
a
to
$500 grant.
Yep, and then I know that Sasha's itching to get this northern borders because,
Well, yeah,
we
and
need prices of things.
I mean,
and whatnot.
I don't think I've expressed it before, but for me, it was a massive disappointment that we didn't submit the last time around. I'm not gonna go into details. But I guess, and I was hoping Mark would be here, because certainly any grant application that we submit has to be approved by the selectmen.
Mhm.
So I guess it would be worthwhile to get an indication from them about whether they're receptive to support it. If not, then it's not worth the exercise of doing so. I did reach out to Northern Borders, to the contact there. His response was everything's sort of up in the air with the current government shutdown, but presumably if and when the government reopens, the sort of cadence about submission deadlines will mimic what they were this year. And so I'd like to try to submit something, but again, I'd like an indication one way or another from the select board whether they'll support it. And so, yeah,
They have stated that they will support it, that if we submitted a grant for anything. to
when did they state that?
Anyone, numerous times now, I don't think it's on the record, it possibly could be. The reason that they didn't, so we can only submit one grant at a time to Northern Borders.
Yep.
And the reason that we missed that deadline last time was because the town wasn't sure if they were gonna apply to upgrade the lagoons, the
Yep.
wastewater treatment.
Yeah.
And so we kinda got,
Yeah,
that wasn't our fault.
it wasn't our
That-
fault.
That was something that communication wise didn't happen. Now, they're in favor of us doing it, they just, I guess, ended up going with another group as opposed to Northern Borders, and we just did not get the communication passed down to us, that they weren't gonna go for it, hey, guys, you can go for it.
Yeah, I think that's putting it politely.
Trying, but we can go for this grant. I talked to
Okay.
Dino today,
All right,
and expressed how we were gonna go for Northern Borders,
okay,
and that the conservation areas were gonna be part of that grant.
Okay.
And that possibly Union Meadows was gonna be, that we needed to get pricings though.
okay,
And the selectmen are on board with it. I mean, all we're doing is improving.
Okay.
And taking a lot of action, especially if we go for that Northern Borders, that's something that they hire staff of planning to do. It's
Yeah.
something that now you're able to do, or, we're able to do now, so I think that's very important there too.
okay. Well, that's encouraging to hear. I mean,
We just need projects.
I agree, so my suggestion would be for us at the end of this meeting to go away and individually think about projects and to try to look at some collaboration and discussion around projects, because once we can agree a project, work has to be done around that then has to be sort of reviewed here, and then it has to go to the Board of Selectmen, and then it has to be submitted, and so it's a pretty,
And what is your date for next year?
well, I think it'll probably be around February.
Oh, so it's not very far,
In the whole scheme of things with holidays and just,
right?
know,
It'll be here before you know
exactly.
And the big thing with the Northern Borders is that they like big projects.
it. Hey, well,
So think out of the box.
what was wrong with the project you said,
Well, I'm gonna
Right,
get some
yes.
pricing on that, but if we can come up with some other ones too to include in that, we can. If it has to do with, let's say, the watershed, if it has to do with the Branch River Reservoir, if it has to do with one of the other
I thought we
ones.
were just gonna focus in on that though,
Yeah.
just try to get one thing complete and through.
Yep.
And I really think at this point, that's what we should be doing.
Okay.
That's just one opinion.
So I will call Henniker and see kind of a little bit about, I'll get some information on that, and see what we can find, and then try to put something together
Yeah,
where we
but,
can maybe discuss with them, or maybe even go down there and see it.
okay, but again, I think all of us should just go away from this meeting and just
Yeah.
think about potential projects that we can then sort of like review together.
Should we, and then bring whatever we have for ideas, if we have some, back to the, what was it, December 7th,
Yeah, December 8th,
December 8th
yeah.
meeting? Now we'll get that.
Cool.
I'll actually go down there, maybe I can arrange a day, we can go down there and check it out.
Awesome.
Alright, moving on. Volunteers and workshops.
And I think you skipped campership though.
No, that's
It's
next.
afterwards.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're getting there. Workshops, we'll have to put something together, maybe for springtime, with all these bat houses I have in my house now.
Yeah, get them up.
Yeah, get them out of there. I have like 30 bat houses at my house now.
That's good though.
Yes, it is, I think it's awesome. Maybe we can even try to sell them on Facebook, I don't know. Campership.
So we have 8 applications for Berry Camp. I don't still have the information for, oh no, actually, and one is for Recon.
Nice. Good job.
And I don't have the information yet for Camp Carpenter, what our kids would go. Because it's a specific week, so as soon as I get that information, I'll put that on the form.
This seems to be sooner that we have kids now this year signed up, huh?
Well, because I put it out there sooner, because I have
Sure.
a better understanding of deadlines, and they're they're in contact with me and not anyone else.
That's probably the biggest thing that we do here, send those kids to the camp, so
Right.
it's awesome. Anything else on the, well, then monitoring. Identify vulnerable wetlands. Anybody see anything vulnerable? Maybe it leads into a watershed or something like that,
I mean, like level 8?
like Level Lake, yeah, it's pretty vulnerable. It's-
Yeah.
Maybe we could do a project sometime on salt around Level Lake. Salt application, maybe there's a brine or something like that that they can lay down that's a little different, I don't know if it's any better, but salt definitely, does not dissolve. Well,
Yeah, I mean, just on that, like I know Acton Watershed, Acton Wakefield Watersheds Alliance is doing a lot of work, and they have some really impressive programs to help landowners improve their property to reduce soil erosion. And it's pretty impressive. I think it's worthwhile putting it on the Facebook page. I mean, they're, in some instances, they're looking to give $500 to $1,000 per project, which can be quite meaningful.
in fact, they now have a program where they got a grant where they're reimbursing people for shrubs to put on there, which
Yeah.
I think, I can't remember if it was 1,000 or 500 as well.
Yeah.
And then they also help to offset the cost with the other 1,000 to 500 there, and they provide free erosion socks as well. So yeah, they do a lot of great stuff. In fact, after we get through this, I'll mention it, something and send it out to you guys, and you guys can feel free to answer it back to Awa, actually.
Yeah, we had them come over to our property, and their
Yeah.
input was really impressive.
I called them at the beginning of the summer, I think they were too busy, because they never got back.
Oh,
No, I'll talk to Mr. Delanoff.
yeah, no, they were really quite, I don't know, I guess I just caught them on the right day. They were
Maybe, I
really,
don't know, I'd be eager for them to come
Yeah.
out.
All right, site walks and monitoring.
All right, we have 3 that are scheduled should need to be done before the end of the year. 1, Sasha did. I don't know if you want to report anything on that. The Lavender property.
yeah, I mean, I guess a good report is it was unremarkable, right? I mean, it was
That's
a
what
great,
we like.
yeah, no, it was a really great walk with the landowner, and I didn't see anything out of the ordinary, so,
Good, good.
yeah. And I submitted the paperwork back to, was it?
Oh, did you send it directly to?
Yeah, I emailed them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I asked her first though, and then I.
Yeah, we have a copy
Yeah,
in the file.
Yep.
Yeah, so, yeah.
And
And
then we
and to note, they they noted that there's a new contact there to whom to send future reports. I don't know if you were CC.
Oh, yeah, we saw the email, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right,
They keep changing the
Yeah,
project managers over there.
yeah,
I keep seeing emails and I'm like, Jesus, I know we're getting these all the time. But this, I think they're still looking for the 2023.
So still after we have Hutchins Farm, Rob had volunteered for that. If he doesn't do it, I haven't seen Rob in a while.
I can do it.
Why don't you let me do it? You got enough to do.
All right.
I'll take care of that one, unless Rob's gonna do it. I'll see if I can get a hold of him. And then we have Jones Brook, which is one that's gonna be buried in the file, that I'll be doing on December 5th with the landowner. That's it. We do have 15 conservation easements that I've identified, and some of those are multiple lots. But these are the three we need to really do every year. The other ones could use some attention. And over the next year or two, we'll probably add to the list.
Yeah, we'll get them all scheduled out on 15.
No, Union Meadows needs to be
Yeah.
done. We're out there all the time, so we know what's going on with Union Meadows. But
yeah.
probably should fill out a form and say,
Yeah.
here's the form.
Will you circulate an email when you're intending to do those? And I'd love to join you, but
Sure.
So how far do we have to go on Union Meadows? Cause I just did it last weekend.
Say again.
I said I just took a really long walk in Union Meadows.
I've been up there, we've all been up there
Right.
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
we'll-
Yeah.
way out.
I mean, that's an example of one, but there's other more remote ones that we don't get to.
you're saying, can we just fill out a report for that one?
Right, that's what I'm
Like this
saying,
one?
so what is,
Yeah.
where, it's, if I
We have
went
a
all the
report.
way down to where the salt,
Where's the
part is,
property? All the way down to the water?
all the way down to the water.
Yeah, there's actually
We
two-
were
there's
trying
two
to go
lots.
all the way around,
Not all the way around, but.
no, but well, if you look at a map, it looks like you can go all the way around. But anyway,
You could.
we didn't, because it
There's
was,
another property on the other side of the
There's another
Gordonson
one, yeah.
property.
Right.
That's all attached to the fishing game,
mm,
and I probably wouldn't recommend going out there right now.
no,
This
no,
rifle. I
right,
think, but rifle's only for a week or two, right? And I think that's it. And then it goes back. Pretty
yeah,
sure.
right,
But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. That's the hunting side. We might
I'll
actually,
give you a checklist next time you go out, you can just
Give
check
it
the
to me.
boxes.
Yeah, I'll do it.
we might have to get to that other side in the springtime.
I don't know, we can get to it.
We can get to it, it's just that, oh yeah, I guess once rifle season's done, we can get out there. I mean, it's pretty deep in the woods.
We'll get our orange vests.
Yeah,
That's it.
alright. Great job, yeah, it would be nice to get those 15 scheduled. And that way, going
Yeah,
forward.
we're not
they'll
doing,
always be
we're
done.
probably not doing 15, but we'll add a couple every year.
Okay.
How's that?
Alright, well, before anybody, if you leave the board ever, we put all 15 on. To make sure that they
Good-
get
good
them in
luck
the
with that.
future.
You almost got
Good luck
caught
with
in
that. We have enough trouble with 3, let's
Yeah.
pick up a bit off a little bit less.
Okay. Alright,
Public comment?
public comment. Any public comment? Doesn't look like it. Alright,
Move to adjourn?
is there anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
Alright,
second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so adjourn until December 8th.